Hello students, how are you today? I believe that you are doing great. So, in our today's lesson, we are going to look at two parts. In part one, we will look at grouping shapes. And in part two, we will look at patterns with shapes. Okay? Now, before we begin our part one of grouping shapes, let us take a review about the shapes that we looked at. We began with 2D shapes. We looked at this, it is called a triangle. Then we have a quadrilateral. Then we have a circle and an ellipse. We said that a triangle has got 3 sides and 3 corners. Then a quadrilateral has got 4 corners and 4 sides. Then a circle has no corners and has no sides. It is round. An ellipse also, it has no sides and it has no corners. It is like a circle that has been squeezed. Okay, and we said that all of these are called 2D shapes. Okay, then later we looked at 3-dimensional shapes. 3-dimensional shapes. And we said that you can also call them 3D shapes. 3D shapes. Okay, now we looked at a cuboid, we looked at a cone, then we looked at a cylinder and a sphere. Okay, cuboid, cone, cylinder, and sphere. Remember, we said that a cuboid has 6 flat faces, 8 corners, and 12 edges. We said that a cone has 1 flat face and 1 curved surface. Then we said that a cylinder has 2 flat faces and 1 curved surface. And we said that a sphere has no flat faces. It has got a curved surface. Okay, so this is what we looked at about shapes. 2D shapes and 3D shapes. Now, let us see how we can group these shapes. Okay? So, we can group these shapes by color. Okay? For instance, you can get all the shapes, let's say 2D shapes and 3D shapes, you put them together when they are in the same color. So you are grouping them in the same color. So now, for instance, these ones are grouped as green shapes. These ones are grouped as red shapes. And these ones are blue shapes. So we say that these shapes are grouped by color. Okay, green, red, and blue. All right. We can also group these shapes by shape. What do we mean here? We can bring triangles together. This one doesn't matter. It may be in different colors, but so long as it is one shape. Okay, so like triangles together, quadrilaterals together, then circles together, and ellipses together. So here we say that we have grouped them according to shapes. Okay? Then finally, we can group these shapes by size. Oh yes, we can group them by size. Okay? We can have big shapes and small shapes. We put big shapes together and then small shapes together. I believe this is very clear with you and you can understand it very, very well. Okay, now for now, please open your book to page 133. Page 133. Okay, I believe that you are there. Now let's read together. How are the shapes grouped? One more time. How are the shapes grouped? Faster. How are the shapes grouped? Mark, tick the correct answer. Okay, now we look at part A. So, look at part A. Are they grouped by color? Are they grouped by size? Or they are grouped by shape? What do you think? Oh yes, these are grouped by color. So we have to check here. Okay, now I would like you to answer part B. Okay, now let us look at patterns with shapes. Patterns with shapes. So we can make patterns using our shapes. So look at this pattern. We are having quadrilaterals only, and these quadrilaterals are of the same size, but the colors are different. So you can see we have red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, like that. So our pattern, we are using quadrilaterals, and we start with the red, then we go to green, red, green, red, green, red, green, like that. So you can make even your own pattern with your own colors. Okay, so we say that this pattern is of repeating colors. Okay, look at this pattern. What do you think about it? Yes, it is one shape. This is a triangle, but we are having a big triangle, a small triangle, and a very small triangle. Big, small, very small, and another one, big, small, very small, big, small, very small, big, small, very small. Oh yes, so we say that this pattern is of repeating sizes. Repeating sizes. Okay, what about this one? What do you think about this pattern? Yes? Okay, so we can see that this one is of repeating shapes. Repeating shapes. Okay, you can see a circle, a quadrilateral, quadrilateral, quadrilateral. Circle, quadrilateral, quadrilateral, quadrilateral. Circle, quadrilateral, quadrilateral, quadrilateral. And the same thing is happening here. So I think you can understand how to make patterns with shapes. Okay, so Now look at page 136. Page 136. Okay. Look at each pattern below. Draw the missing pictures. Look at each pattern below. Draw the missing pictures. Okay, look at pattern A. What do you think about this? Look at this color, look at this one. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. What do you think this color should be? Okay, so I will answer part A for you, then you answer part B. I answer part C, then you answer part D. Let's go. So for me, my answer for part A is this one. Okay, now here you can draw yours and please color. Okay, now for part C, my answer is this one. Okay, now you can have your answer. Okay, I believe this is okay with you. Now it's time for exercise. Look at page 134. Page 134. Okay. Count and write. Count and write. I will answer for you part A. Okay. There are small shapes. How many small shapes are there? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How many? Please, you can write your answer. What about how many big shapes? Yes. Now, what about part C? Which ones are in blue color? How many are they? D. There are ellipses. How many ellipses can you see? How many triangles can you see? How many circles can you see? Please count and write. Okay, so I believe this is okay for you. You just need to write the number of shapes that you can see. For example, how many circles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see? So we have 6 circles. So you can answer A, B, C, D, and E. Okay. Now look at page 137. Page 137. Okay. Circle the repeated shapes in each pattern. Circle the repeated shapes in each pattern. So which shapes are being repeated? I will answer part A, then you answer part B, C, D. Okay, so in part A we can see big circle, small circle, big circle, small circle, big circle, small circle, big circle, small circle. So a big circle and a small circle are being repeated. See? Okay. Now you can answer part B. Then you answer part C and part D. Okay? All right. Also for part E, which shapes are being repeated? Look at this one, look at this one, look at this one. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay? So let me answer for you part E, then you answer F, G, and H. Okay. Okay, so that's all for today. I believe that you have understood. Thank you and have a good day. Goodbye.